Let's talk about it. Stuck on repeat. Why most people never change. Most people aren't broken. Let's just face it, guys. They're stuck on repeat, man. They're waking up doing the same stuff, waking up to the same problems, the same habits, the same excuses every single day. Every day you're living the same script. How can your life change? You have to be aware of this. In order for your life to change, you have to know what the real tragedy or strategy is. It's not failure, it's not rejection, it's the fact that deep down, most people know what they need to do, but they don't do it. They know they should eat healthier. They know they should go to the gym. They know they should be around. But because the cycle of doing the same thing feels safer than the unknown, people don't change. Because there's no clarity, there's no discomfort yet, there's no accountability, because the story that you told yourself is more familiar than the life that you were meant to live. I'm going to say that again. The story that you keep telling yourself is more familiar than the life you want to live. You can't outgrow what you refuse to confront. You've got to confront this stuff. You got to say, wait a minute, what am I doing? You never, listen, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. It's like a coffin. Doing the same stuff every freaking day, it's like a death sentence. Every time you say, maybe tomorrow, you delay your destiny. Every time you say, you stay quiet instead of speaking truth into yourself, you reinforce the lie that this is just who I am. This is just the way I am. I can't get things done. I'm lazy. You weren't born to be stuck. You were born to be on autopilot, to just fly. You weren't born to survive. You were born to transform. It's time for you to transform your life. In this episode, this is a wake-up call. Not just to think different, but to live different. To finally break the loop. Because here's the truth. No one wants to admit this, but here's the truth. If you don't face it now, you're going to repeat it later. If you don't face it now, you're going to repeat it later. The reason why you're stuck in the same patterns, the same lifestyle, is because you're afraid of changing and crossing over into the other side. You're unstoppable, but how do you know? Your breakthrough doesn't start tomorrow. It starts right now. It's time for you to stop prolonging the change. The reason why you're stuck is because you're afraid to see who you could be. You're afraid to see who you could be without the addictions, without the yelling, without the screaming. Who are you without the trauma? This is the reason why people are stuck and afraid to change, is because they don't know what's on the other side. They're too afraid. You're so okay with who you are that you're afraid to be who you want to be. I'm going to say that again. You are so comfortable with who you are that you're afraid to be who you want to be. Listen, doing the same thing over is like Groundhog's Day. It's boring. You already know what's going to happen tomorrow because you did it today. You already know what's going to happen yesterday because you did it yesterday. You do the same stuff, but you have to realize that you're stuck. You're stuck in a pattern of safety. You're stuck in the pattern of repetition. You're stuck in the pattern of, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, so I'm just not going to do anything. Not doing anything is also a choice. Not going to the gym is a choice. Not eating healthy is a choice. Not walking. Listen, everything you do is going to have a repercussion. So you have to ask yourself, am I really going all in? Am I really pushing myself to the limit? Because in order for you to get unstuck, you've got to cut out the BS. You've got to start keeping promises to yourself. You've got to start telling yourself the truth. You have to start putting people around you that are better than you are, that are flying higher. Here's what I know. There's something that happens when two people take a walk. I'll tell you a story really quick. I'll say that again. There's something that unconsciously happens when two people take a walk. Either you adjust to that person's pace or they will adjust to your pace. Either way, someone will adjust. I don't know if you've been walking the same pace of people who aren't getting life done. I don't know if you've been walking in the same pace as people who cannot succeed and do not believe in themselves. I don't know if you're walking in the same place of people who just don't know how to get things done, who keep coming up with, whose pace are you walking with? Are you walking the pace of losers or winners? Are you walking the pace of people who are victims or victors? Whose pace are you walking in? Because whatever pace you're walking in, that's your life. How are you adjusting? Are you demanding that people speed up so they can catch up to you? I told somebody this today. I said, you know what? I am doing something different. Everyone in my life, I'm taking account, I'm looking at them and I'm saying, are you speeding up my life? Are you helping, adding value? Or are you trying to slow me down? Are you pushing me forward or are you holding me back? See, sometimes the reason why we're stuck is because we have people in our lives that have no idea how to help us get to where we're going, but we're trying to drag them along with us. Listen, I love you, but if you're not asking me, how can I help you? If you're not asking me, is there anything I can add value to? If you're not asking me how to help me in my life, I don't need you. You don't need people in your life who are not contributing and adding value to help you get to where you're going. You don't need to be in anybody else's life if you don't have the capacity to help them get to where they're going. Either you're on the train to great or you got to get off the train. Either you're riding the train to greatness, because I'm getting off on, if you just want to be good, I don't want to be on your train and you can't be on my train. I want to be great. I want my children to be great. I want my wife to be great. I want my legacy to be great. I want the meaning of me being on planet Earth to be great. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be stuck in mediocrity. I don't want to be stuck living a life of poverty and low self-esteem and no self-worth. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be stuck there. The only place I want to be stuck is in greatness. The only place I want to be stuck is knowing that everything I do, as long as God is on my side, will succeed. That's the only place I want to be stuck in. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be stuck. I want to fly high with the eagles. And if that's you, and I hope this message has landed and added value, make sure you subscribe to Fearless Conversations on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. And guess what? You don't have to be unstuck. You can push past your limitations, break through the other side, and become the person that you've always wanted to become. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Talk to you soon.